that it supposedly happened at. They checked, they said they didn't see anything.
Right. Okay. And where was this supposed to be at?
On Lillian.
Lillian.
Stand up.
Stand up for me. What are you doing with your foot, man?
Samantha Guthrie was an 18-year-old from Akron, Ohio, known for her vibrant spirit and close-knit relationship with her family. Despite her young age, Samantha had faced challenges and, at times, found herself in the company of individuals involved in illicit activities. Her family, particularly her mother, Joni Jackson, remained deeply concerned about her well-being and the influences surrounding her. On November 4th, 2018, Samantha was last seen at a residence on Lillian Street in Akron, a location known for criminal activities. When she failed to return home, her mother reported her missing the following day, igniting a widespread search effort. Upon receiving the missing persons report, Akron police officers visited Joni Jackson's residence. Body cam footage captured the emotional exchange between the officers and Samantha's mother, who expressed profound concern for her daughter's safety. She mentions Samantha's association with individuals at the Lillian Street house, suggesting it as a potential location to investigate.
Hello. What's going on?
I need to file a missing person.
Okay, for?
My daughter.
Okay. How old your daughter?
She's 18.
She's an adult?
Considered, yeah.
What, does she have any type of mental illness or? Okay, so what makes her missing?
We can't find her. We got a call yesterday saying she was shot in the head, thrown in the trunk of a car, and they took off.
You got this call yesterday?
Yeah.
You called the police?
The police were called yesterday. They went over to the house that it supposedly happened at. They checked. They said they didn't see anything.
Right. Okay. And where was this supposed to be at?
On Lillian.
Lillian. But the problem is that she's an adult. It's completely different than being a juvenile. What's the address again?
375 Lillian.
All right, let me go make a phone call. All right, and let me see what I can do. Okay, I'll do an MP report for you. Okay, but I don't know if it's going to make the database or not. That's not up to me. It's up to the detectives. And without any mental issues that somebody can take advantage of her type thing, they normally don't enter them. But that's not up to me.
Does it matter that she was in the psych ward last year for 3 days? Attempted suicide?
Stop. That's not up to me. That's up to the court.
I haven't seen her since August. Talked to her middle of September. But he just talked to her last night, Saturday night. My ex-husband.
Your ex-husband talked to her
Saturday
night.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think, to be honest with you, I think somebody's playing a prank on you. Somebody, whether they're upset at you or what, I don't know. But somebody might be playing a prank on you. 99% of them are pranks. Because I've gone to a number of these calls.
I can't find her.
Because I had over on Lansing, I had somebody call the parents and say their son, and they even mentioned him by name, was shot and killed the day before. So then they called to talk to their son, and their son didn't answer. They freaked out. And the son was asleep. And they had called us, and actually the son was fine. So, like 99% of the ones I go on, they're just people picking on you.
That would be fantastic. You want the name of the person she was last with? The supposed person that shot her?
Okay, sure.
Danny Hamby.
Who?
Danny Hamby.
Danny Hamby?
Acting on this information, officers proceeded to the Lillian Street residence. The house appeared deserted, but telltale signs hinted at recent disturbances. Bullet holes marred the walls, and outside, remnants of burned items were evident. A thorough search led to the discovery of a blood-soaked mattress, intensifying suspicions of foul play. As the investigation progressed, informants came forward with chilling accounts. They alleged that Samantha had been shot at the Lillian Street house and was deceased.
Kind of distraught. Sam came downstairs looking kind of distraught, and she looked at me. I'm like, then go out the back door. Go out the back door. If you know, she kind of looked like she was panicking. So I'm like, leave.
Right.
But she went to the basement, and 2 or 3 minutes later, Danny and Tony came downstairs and went down to looking around the house for her. Went down to the basement. I heard a commotion.
Now, did they say they were looking for her?
No, but you could
tell they were searching.
They were searching.
Okay.
And I heard a little bit of a commotion, and then Sam came upstairs first, and she had like a little bit of a bloody nose.
Okay.
And 5, maybe 10 minutes later, Sam came running down the stairs. Danny was right behind her, and by the time she got to the 4th or 5th stair down from the living room floor, he shot her in the back of the head by about 8 to 12 inches away from her head.
2 primary suspects emerged: Danny Hamby, 39, and his girlfriend Tony Kenny, 31. Both were known to frequent the residence and had prior run-ins with the law. Tips led authorities to Hamby and Kenny's whereabouts, resulting in their arrests.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Ma'am, move over here. Step out of the car. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hands up, please. Hands up, please. What is that? Okay. Put all that stuff down. Put it down.
Why? Why are you in this?
Put it down.
Why?
Hands on top of your head.
Why are you doing this?
Stay right there.
I'm not doing anything.
Turn around. Turn around.
Can I wipe my foot off?
Nope. Stay right there. I'm attending you for now, okay? I'll explain to you what's going on in a second. Stand up for me. What are you doing with your foot, man?
I got
Blisters?
blisters and fucking, it's called jungle rock. There's another one right here.
Where at? Don't reach.
What do they call it?
What's your name, man?
That's please. Danny.
Danny. All right. Just put your hands on your back for me, okay?
You help me?
Ain't no guns in the car, right?
It's my buddy's car. Couldn't say what's in there.
Is there any guns? No?
During initial interrogations, Kenny remained reticent, offering little information.
We have strong reason to believe he's involved in her disappearance.
He couldn't do that.
So,
He couldn't do that
why couldn't he do it?
because he's not that type of person.
Okay. But like I said, we have a lot of information pointing to his involvement in this girl's disappearance. So what I want from you to know if you've ever seen this girl before, and think hard before you answer, because we want to know if you've seen her. Okay, and you've never seen her before. That's true.
No. I never have.
You've never seen this girl before?
No.
So here's the thing. Big problems. Okay? I'm going to be straight with you. He's looking at some serious problems. And from what you're telling me, if you were with him that whole time, the past 3 days, which she went disappeared in the last 3 days. So if you were with him the whole time, you know what my next leap is. We've been at this since early this morning. Okay? We know what was going on at his house. We know why. How do you think the police ended up at his house? Have any clue?
No.
Guess who contacted us? Do you think we just showed up there out of the blue?
I truthfully don't know why you guys showed up.
Well, we showed up there for a reason. We did. The uniform officers didn't show up there.
Not by accident.
So wait. So you think?
Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
But
And
that's ridiculous because he.
It's not ridiculous.
Are you really ready to do that for him?
What are you talking
Are
about?
you really ready to take that step?
What are you talking about? Ready to do it? That's the truth.
Okay, we're gonna go. We'll try this again. We didn't show up at that house on town. You aren't here on accident. The police weren't out doing random patrol, and he knows it. Okay. for him. We have people to verify that. We haven't been sitting here all day on a Monday just out of the blue happen to stop on Talmadge Avenue when in a car that has been identified in this girl's disappearance. So this is not a misdemeanor crime we're investigating. We don't do that, okay? When we get involved, something bad has happened. So I don't want you to get in any trouble with something that you were just along for the ride. But if you're going to sit here and tell us with you the whole time, you think you're helping him, but you're not.
You're hurting yourself.
Let me tell you about the house where it happened at. We've talked to people that's been at the house that knows.
Who's these people?
They were all at this house where this girl disappeared from. In fact, something bad happened to her at the house. You know why we know that? Because the guys, we've already talked to him all day. We spent all day talking to him. And he gave us detailed accounts of what happened at that house. Talking to you is because you have to think hard about how you want to handle this. Because if you're going to sit there and vouch for him, that can get you caught. That can get you in trouble.
Inside the Stark, Danny Hamby sat slouched in his chair, his hands cuffed in front of him. The walls were bare, aside from a clock ticking steadily above the metal table. The atmosphere was thick with tension. Danny had been quiet since his arrest. His demeanor was nonchalant, almost detached. The detective studied him for a moment before speaking.
All right, well, relax here. They're going to come and talk to you, okay? All right.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this, man. I got 11 numbers, 23 years in the system. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. Without my attorney present, nobody else sitting here, I ain't got nothing to say.
Who's your attorney?
What one?
The one you want to talk to, man.
I'm gonna call my mom, see if she got John's numbers. I don't know the numbers.
Your mom an attorney?
No, my sister was.
John Sand?
No. Hell no.
Hey, tell us how
I'd rather take Frank Piccatelli.
Wow.
He's still incarcerated.
That's a statement.
you in the same time Frank was?
No.
The investigation then introduced another individual, Dylan Brown, 19, who was believed to have knowledge of the events.
So, are you familiar with the house on Lillian?
Yes.
When was the last time you were at the house?
2, 3, or 4 days ago.
Who was over there when you were over there?
Just me. Me and my brother.
Who's your brother?
What's going on?
You know, somebody's missing from that house. We have reason to believe that she was killed. So, this is serious stuff. Help us. This is serious. Did something bad happen to her?
I don't know.
She's a young girl, man.
No,
What happened to her?
I don't know. I just found her a couple of days ago.
Help us. Help us. You see something bad? This is about you. This is
I don't
about
know what
you.
happened. If I did, I would tell you.
What did you hear happened?
I heard she left with somebody. Probably that dude that you're talking about.
You know him?
Mm-mm.
Are you afraid of him? What did you hear?
I heard he left with someone, and then the next day we were all leaving, and then in his car got out, asked for where she was because that's his little sister, and he said that he was going to shoot all of us.
Is that at the house on Lillian?
We were walking away from the house. Can you not put my name in the discovery?
Well, I mean, I understand you're scared, okay? But the first concern is this girl.
I know.
How do you think we found out about this? There's only one thing that makes a person get this emotional. That's if they saw something bad.
I remember a couple days ago when we were talking, we were having a good time, and I don't know why.
Don't know why what?
Why I feel so close to her.
So you guys hit it off. Well, you're close to the same age, right? You felt a connection with her? Because you've maybe had the same problems growing up and stuff like that?
Probably. I think fine up to this point. Not talking about it, not thinking about it. I mean, I was thinking about it, but
what were you thinking about?
Just that this person that could have been a potentially good friend, or maybe, I don't know, is not going to be that person.
Maybe you can help her. She may not be here, but that doesn't mean you can't help her.
Help her what?
Let's find out what happened to her.
Who's that?
You tell me.
I've never seen him before. He looks really familiar. Is that him?
You tell me.
I don't know. Honestly, I've never met the person.
Have you seen him at the house?
No.
So if you care about her, if you're honest with me, if you're honest with me about caring for this young girl,
I'll be honest with you. I've never met this person or seen him. Not at that house or any other house.
are you afraid of him?
No.
Did he threaten you?
No.
There's something right. You're not going to be on Front Street. You're not going to be the point person. We're just trying to find answers. We have responsibility to our father and our parents. We would do the same for anybody, no matter what problems they're having in their life. And I know nothing good happened to you, but this is a chance to do something good. Just help us. We're not asking you to draw any conclusions or anything. Just help us. Tell us where we should go.
He apparently knew who I was. He knocked on the door, tried to come to the door. I had it closed and locked with music blaring. And so when we got the door open, she went downstairs. I grabbed everything of ours to go downstairs. And I was on my way out. Sam came back in, and I guess his girl or someone came in with her. They were yelling at each other, arguing. He followed her and held the gun up, shot. I don't know where he hit her. He only grazed her. She fell on the ground at the bottom of the stairs. I had to carry her out to the trunk, put her in the trunk.
Did he make you do that? Did he make you carry her out to the trunk?
I wasn't not going to. Yeah, when he shot, I heard it. All of us turned around, stopped following them, went back into the rooms. He had me sit down and have another girl who was freaking out, had her sit down. He left, came back into the room, said, "You look like a strong man, come here." So I followed him.
You still have the gun out at that time?
No.
Do you know where he took her to?
No, he just said that he had a spot.
Was he by himself?
He had that girl with him and his lieutenant.
Who's his lieutenant?
I don't know.
Is he a white guy?
Probably.
Is he a white black dude? Nickname or anything like him? This man is the one that fired the shot.
I don't know if she wasn't the one when I carried her out.
She was still alive when you carried her out?
She was running, yeah.
So he came back in the room and says, "You look like you're..."
Yeah.
What were his exact words?
He said, "You look sharp, man."
Did you have the gun out at this point? What else did he say?
To burn my clothes.
No,
Which I already knew to.
wait. So he comes into the room. I mean, did you know what he wanted you to do, or?
Absolutely.
So what did you do?
I cleaned the living room like it was any other house that I had to clean.
Brown's interrogation shed light on the involvement of William Alexander, 38, further complicating the case.
We're trying to wrap this up. You can understand our concern is obviously mostly for the family. I think, and I think you're probably feeling that way too a little bit. Whatever this girl's relationship with her mom and dad, she has a mom and dad, and they want to be able to bury the kid. We know she's dead. And I understand you're having some issues as far as, where you guys actually were at. So we want you to try at least think about like where you guys with the body in the back of the car. It's the next morning. It's daylight. I know you're probably wiped out. I mean, we're wiped out, dude. We've been at this since 7 o'clock this morning, so we're wiped out too. We ain't eaten. I know you probably haven't eaten either, but did you go towards the right or the left? Yes.
It's all right. Yeah, that's all right. I remember going back home and going up the hill.
Up the hill away from the closer street?
Yeah.
That's Van Buren?
That's not that what it is.
It's called Van Buren.
The one runs along the train tracks. Okay, that's Van Buren.
So you remember going up the hill?
We were going up the hill. And unfortunately, it's the way that I was laying down in the back.
You were like actually physically laid down, or you were like just kind of relaxing?
No, like this. Yeah, they were all laid out. They wanted me to lay low. Like, I was crunched up, I was down, and below the window level.
But you're somewhat familiar with this area, right? I mean,
not Barberton.
But you work for a country club, is that right?
Yeah, country club. Yeah, so at Barberton still, Kenmore more so than Barberton.
Okay.
So I really interviewed that well. That's the reason why, where I ended up where I did when I left the house, because I didn't know where the hell I was going really. I ended up with some school,
Did he tell you?
No, I thought they were going to kill. I thought they were going to kill me too. I thought they wanted me to lay down in the back and they wanted me to see where we're going, and I really thought that was it for me. Really, I thought they were going to take me somewhere. And
did they threaten you with a gun to get in the car?
Not that but they had already threatened me the night before with a gun. And that's all it took for me. I mean, I had seen look in the guy's eye, and he already shot somebody. Mm-hmm. There wasn't much more,
The breakthrough came when a call directed officers to a wooded area off Rex Hill Road in New Franklin. There, concealed beneath branches and leaves, lay Samantha's body. The Summit County Medical Examiner determined she had suffered a gunshot wound to the head and cuts to her neck, ruling her death a homicide. The judicial process unfolded with significant developments. Danny Hamby pleaded guilty to murder and related charges, receiving a life sentence with the possibility of parole after 24 years. Tony Kenny pleaded guilty to tampering with evidence, gross abuse of a corpse, and kidnapping, resulting in a 16-year prison sentence. William Alexander pleaded guilty to tampering with evidence, gross abuse of a corpse, and attempted kidnapping, and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Dylan Brown pleaded guilty to obstructing justice, attempted kidnapping, and drug possession, receiving a sentence of 5 years probation.